went to the purpose of this matter. Dr. Youssef is a young Frenchman, and I was so happy to see that there is the jubilee of the birth of the philosopher, Professor Kamal, Hage. And immediately I thought that we should do something in Cyprus. We cannot be like this without getting benefit from this personality, from this experience. I spoke with my friend Dr. Youssef, and immediately he answered, sure, we do a nice event. And then I came to visit Professor Lιβάνιου with Dr. Kamal, and in 1 second the response was very positive. So thank you very much for creating this atmosphere. Allow me to please and to thank all the organizers, the European University, in collaboration with the Lebanese Embassy and the Association of the Maronitών Cypriot Graduates, the whole team. I agree that I thank the Ministry of Education and the message you addressed to us. It's a very, very warm and very good message. Thank you. And the representative of the ambassadors and the choirs, we have beautiful choirs at the end that they will express the philosophy of Kamal al-Hage, the pluralism, the diversity, but the unity. So I read the choirs, the community choir with Mrs. Omilía, the group choir with Rabia, that also she was working so close with the organizers for this event. And allow me to greet Sat7 TV. Thank you very much for, because this message will be broadcast worldwide. So I would like to start my reflection now with you. I greet you all here present, the fathers, the sisters, all my friends here present. I will share my thinking in 4 ideas, 4 points. And for me it was like an occasion to know better Kamal Youssef. I was spending now for 3-4 months. I'm not a specialist in philosophy, but it was for me really like a spiritual retreat. I was reading and reading and reading the text of Kamal Youssef, and I was discovering the beauty of this message. So I will divide my intervention in 4 points. The first one is this concept of Christianity. The Christianity of peace. First, Christianity of peace. Second, I go to the geography, because he focused on geography, on the importance of geography in our lives. So the second point is the geography of encounter and dialogue. And of course, he was telling us about the history of our region of Lebanon. So the history of adoration and freedom. Number 4, the citizenship and the human dignity, because this is the purpose of every philosophy. This is the purpose of every religion, and this is the purpose of Christianity and of Christianity and of our existence. So, the Christianity of peace. The philosophy of Christianity that was created and used by Kamal Youssef is without any doubt the heart of the Lebanese philosophy. He was creating a Lebanese philosophy. A Lebanese philosophy. And I think we are at the beginning of the process to discover the meaning of this Lebanese philosophy. It is the way, the approach, and the choice needed today, not only in the Middle East and North Africa, a region that is floundered with conflicts and wars, but also needed by the entire world. It is with coexistence, meaning the Christian-Islamic encounter in one land through a history of long eras that proved and is still proving, despite all the challenges, that Christians and Muslims can indeed live together under one roof as one national family, reflecting the religious diversity. Coexistence is a religious, a social, and historical truth that was manifested on the land of our beloved country, Lebanon. In this context, the philosopher Kamal Hage confirms, and I quote, Christianity in this particular homeland, which was neighboring Islam intimately, door to door, we say in the language of Qur'an, jom jom, door to door, cohabited the values of all religions, revealed itself through a beautiful fellowship and a centered companionship. End of quote. Based on the latter, the philosopher started defending the opinion of the patriarch Ilyas Ahwayi, the patron of Great Lebanon in 1920, who was accused of religious fanaticism, quoting what the patriarch affirmed, I quote, it is unfair that fanaticism is attributed to us when we openly know that all humans are brothers and sisters from one mother and one father. How can I not love the Muslims, Jews, or Christians? And I can continue, all the fellows of all religions, when Christianity itself tells me to love them. End of quote. The continuous Christian-Islamic encounter manifested by Kamal Hage, which reflects the strategic position of the Church on the national affairs, was manifested in the Synod for Lebanon in 1997, confirming the approach and endorsing this strategy as we read the following, I quote from the Synod. The Christians and Muslims lived in Lebanon side by side for many centuries, sometimes in peace and collaboration, other times in conflict and dispute. It's a fact. We cannot deny this fact. They found, I continue the quotation, they found a way to coexist and build a society through dialogue that respects the feelings of diverse individuals and groups. Lebanese mustn't forget their long experience of coexistence, which they are called to renew without weirdness for individuals' sake, and foremost for the sake of an entire nation. End of quote. Values as such are built with a culture of dialogue which embraces the daily life. I quote, to have a constructive dialogue and mutual recognition away from the wide disparities among religions, it is important to work first and foremost on discerning what unites people as one nation in a mutual brotherhood understanding, which manifests daily through coexistence. In addition to that, Christians and Muslims consider each other partners in building their country. For me, tell you now why I wanted to have this event and this thinking here, because now it's 9 years that I'm here in Cyprus. And finding everyday similarity between Lebanon and Cyprus. History, geography, behavior, problems, and really we can build on this in the future also. What was said about the Lebanese reality applies to the Cypriot experience with different historical contexts. Christianity is in the core of this island's experience, despite the past and present challenges. It is a characteristic of the Cypriot identity. The religious and cultural diversity became fundamental in the Cypriot identity as it is in the Lebanese identity. The Cypriot, Greek, Turkish, Maronite, Armenians, and Latin communities, which belong to the national constitution, are very well mindful that they belong firstly and lastly to Cyprus, with total consciousness of their deep cultural roots they derive from. Second, geography of encounter and dialogue. Geography is an essential component in people's lives, in their interactions and in their perceived destiny. Any human being, an individual or a community, is strongly related to a close link, or if I may say, related to an organic link, the natural environment that they belong to, and which in its turn helps to define the elements of their character, their habits, mood, actions, and reactions. From this environmental and geographical reality, Lebanon represents an oasis for unity, dialogue, and peace. This diversity and comprehensiveness of the Lebanese nature facilitated the encounter of people. From the sea to plain lands, from the valleys to high mountains, all were in harmony, making this Phoenician soil interact with different nations passing by. The Lebanese geography contributed in forming an open and solid personality of people. This openness was shaped by the invention of the spread and of the alphabet to the world, not mentioning the traffic trade that distinguished and marked the Phoenicians from their origin to nowadays. And I heard that a certain studies was made for Cyprus, and they found that in Cyprus the highest Phoenician presence exists in Cyprus, and it's very important. Firmness also emerged in the face of difficulties facing the occupier and the greedy, with a resistant spirit and a deep-rooted faith among difficult living conditions, escaping slavery and seeking freedom. With that, Lebanon became a sacred land with the presence of Christ. You know, Jesus Christ visited Lebanon, Tyre and Sidon. So, manifesting his glory, the first miracle was in Cana of Galilee. Manifesting his glory, which is the human dignity. This is the glory of the Lord, the human dignity. Lebanon, with its geography, was always known as the refuge of people with different ethnicities who aimed to escape their homeland and sought freedom and liberty. In this context, Hage affirms that, I quote, "We are specifically geographically identified." In Arabic, I was discussing yesterday with Dr. Youssef. It's a very nice word in Arabic. نحن مجرفون in Arabic. We belong to this geography. We belong organically to this geography. مجرفون جبلة. When we were born, and of the world to be a founding place for great religions. With this, our philosopher didn't deny the existence of relation between the how and the qualitative receptiveness between the geographic concept and the religious affiliation. This geographical phenomena was shown among the people's behaviors who knew the true dialogue, which was based on the mutual respect and interaction among each other. We as well find common resemblances between Lebanon and Cyprus. The island of Cyprus was a land of unity, dialogue, and peace, witnessing marks of great civilization, like the Hellenic civilization, that made a huge difference internally and externally. The Phoenician civilization that brought to Cyprus many rich elements present until today. The Byzantine, the Arab, the Latin, in addition to many other big communities who lived in the island between the 7th and the 16th centuries, especially in Famagusta and Nicosia. I read about this period, and I participated in a seminar at Sorbonne, the minorities of Cyprus, and I was reading the beautiful book that the university issued. Very important. When we discover the immense number of minorities lived in Cyprus. Without mentioning that the presence of the Maronite Armenians and Latins, besides the Greek and the Turkish Cypriots, was a strong evidence of this pluralism and distinguished the geography of Cyprus, shaping the people's mentality in this country. Lebanon and Cyprus, with their geography, could become the leaders and the example of the countries of the region and Europe in recovering the pluralistic values built and based on a mature and responsible citizenship. 3, the third element, history. History in the dynamism of adoration and feeling. When I talk about adoration, history and adoration, al-ibadah, adoration. When I talk about this concept in the history of our two beloved countries, Lebanon and Cyprus, I do not claim sacredness and holiness, so always we were holy people. No. But I acknowledge, and this is the thinking of Kamal Hage, I acknowledge and admit that this history is full of glorious plain pages as well as black shameful ones. However, in the depth of this history, there was and is a human being who tends by character and nature, in Arabic, بالطبع والطبيعة, by character and nature, to truly worship and adore, as adoration is the natural path of God, especially if worship is in spirit and truth, which Christ spoke about. It is the longing of a human being to God, Creator, and to the reach of other human beings that shape the heart of religion in this part of the world. True worship is more love than attachment to the literal law. True worship is the fulfillment of justice and the elimination of injustice. True worship is the inner freedom that leads man to external freedom. True worship is the soul that always yearns for God to share solidarity with whoever is facing hunger, thirst, imprisonment, and need even. So this faithful Kamal, Youssef al-Hage, who loves Christ and his mother, the Virgin Mary, in a very distinguished way, interprets politics in its religious and human dimensions, confirms that, I quote, politics have taken a religious form and religion has taken a political approach. wonder, as Christ did not come to the individual man, but more to the man as a community, as a society. Love, which Jesus proclaimed, is not fulfilled in isolation, but rather among people, as people are the core of society, and society is only founded on duty, order, equality, and freedom. End of quote. And he adds, the Lebanese is a believer since he was formed. جبلة. He was formed. من ولادته. He is believer. By character and nature. Since early days, Lebanon and its inhabitants were competing despite their denominations in building holy temples, as Lebanon was obsessed with temples. Kamal Hage has shown the true adoration when he described, and it's a beautiful icon here, please listen. When he described the conversation between Christ and the Canaanite woman, opening the minds of his disciples, I quote, so the truth was revealed to them, and the veil separating the light from the darkness was torn. It was time to reach out to other people. The disciples have found an enormous field of service outside Judea. Therefore, they understood why he has brought them to Lebanon. Yes, they knew that they would drive the sea and embark on it to break the fences separating the Jews and the Gentiles. And he continues, God dislikes classification and discrimination. This is because the lives of all people are of equal and essential value to him. The pagan Phoenicia has surrendered itself through the Canaanite woman to the abundance of the evangelical mission. It had faith in the love of Christ, declining all outward appearances that separate peoples. It's a beautiful theology. It's very deep spirituality. This spiritual dimension of life has characterized the Lebanese and Cypriots. And this is my personal experience here with you. To become an essential part of their identity. Therefore, they wouldn't live in extreme secular countries and societies without the dimension of love. But as we are observing today, with less attendance to worship, we should recognize that human beings in their existential and consciential selves are religious, and the true worship leads to the truth, and the truth will set everyone free. Number 4, this is the last point, citizenship and the human dignity. The Lebanese human values have grown in a fertile land, as well as from the distinguished religious and the human history that have made many a united entity, like it was pointed out by the Lebanese philosopher Kamal Hage, using the word Christianity. Christianity means a united and common, mature conviviality of the Christians and the Muslims in one homeland. Lebanon, which is more than a country, as we heard from the quotation of Saint Paul II, but it is a message of freedom and diversity for the East and West. The comparison between the two, Lebanese and Cypriots, histories and lands, confirms to us that the sublime purpose of this experience is to protect the human dignity. The lessons of the past and the challenges of the present teach us that there should not be any discrimination in citizenship on the basis of religion and ethnicity, and no market for the like majority and minority. We are talking always about minority and majority. أكثرية وأقلية. The equality in citizenship for the roadmap for a better tomorrow in the Middle East and North Africa and other parts of the world, struggling not to go back to depravity. Kamal al-Hage read the Lebanese experience in its past and the present. He warned against what is intended to happen, not only in Lebanon, but also in the whole region, and Cyprus lived this experience as that before. The prophetic voice of our philosopher was hammering on people's conscience, warning them of conflicts and divisions that restore the cultural, religious, and cultural heritage which our nation safeguarded for many centuries to all humanity. Kamal al-Hage called for equality and human dignity. His personal relation with God told him that the Lord did not come for the Sabbath, but for a human whom they are called to live in security and freedom. This man of God, this martyr, Kamal Youssef al-Hage, with his writings, hope to encounter the Holy Trinity, the God of love, professing, I quote, God created all creation with his ultimate love, as God is love. Thank you.